There's something terrifying about the ocean because the unknown has always been the most significant source of human fear. The water extends as far as the eye can see, hiding any number of underwater horrors waiting to catch their prey. While space might seem like the final frontier, we still don't know what lurks in the deepest corners of the seven seas. It's no wonder underwater settings make for great horror games, giving you a sense of isolation and danger that's hard to get in any other place. With that in mind, here are the 10 best games that explore underwater horrors for you to choose for your next spine-chilling experience. Silt is a charming 2D puzzle adventure that makes the best of its monochromatic art style to create a beautiful underwater landscape. However, while Silt is gorgeous, it's also terrifying, forcing you to interact with the horror of sea fauna to progress through the game. The gameplay is quite simple, and you won't be stuck in puzzles for too long. In addition, the lack of direction can be confusing, as the underwater levels are vast and it's easy to get lost. Still, Silt is an unforgettable experience due to the atmosphere of constant dread it manages to conjure thanks to its striking visuals. Returnal teases its underwater influences from the beginning by making you fight hordes of grotesque enemies with tentacles that float around as they swim. It all comes together in the game's last biome, which finally takes you underwater to face eldritch monsters. From octopuses to mollusks, Returnal draws inspiration from sea creatures to make nightmarish visions come to life to torment you in your search for the truth. The environment of the last biome in Returnal also contributes to the unbearable atmosphere of the game, as the darkness of the ocean's depths seem to engulf everything around you and put the world's weight right on your shoulders. Narcosis puts you inside a high-tech diving suit and sends you to the depths of the oceans, where darkness hides horrors until they're just within your reach. While your suit can withstand the pressure of the water above your head, you don't have many tools to help you on your way, forcing you to experience an uncomfortable feeling of vulnerability. Plus, the lack of oxygen causes hallucinations that will leave you wondering what's real and what's not. Narcosis was developed as an underwater VR experience, making the game even scarier. The narrow field of vision and your suit's slow movement only amplify the dangers, as there's no way to run away from threats. Bioshock is a revolutionary first-person shooter that allows you to use genetic modifications, giving you new powers to destroy your enemies. Bioshock is also a spine-chilling horror game set in an underwater city where all the inhabitants devolved into bloodlusting creatures after abusing those genetic modifications. Your journey through Rapture is filled with jump scares and grotesque creatures inspired by underwater imagery. Furthermore, there's always the pressure of the ocean to push you through the hordes of enemies on your way, as one burst pipe can flood entire sections of the city and drown you. Iron Lung takes place in a one-room submarine with rudimentary navigational equipment. There's no way to exit this confined space, and your only hope of survival is to use that minimalistic interface to explore the ocean of blood outside your enclosure. Yeah, you heard that right. An ocean of blood. Set in a future where stars and habitable planets mysteriously vanish, Iron Lung takes place on a moon where a baffling ocean of blood appeared. As a convict charged with using your disposable life to uncover these mysteries, you must survive the claustrophobic setting and limited amounts of oxygen to buy your freedom back. Taking place entirely in an underground ocean, Sunless Sea gives you control of a ship as you uncover the mysteries of the dark waters that surround you. The profound lore of Sunless Sea is scattered over its many islands, and your goal is to collect resources, trade, and survive the dangers that lurk underwater. The oppressive setting of Sunless Sea only makes things harder on you, as it's impossible to see what new horrors you might face until they're uncomfortably close. Furthermore, the game only gives you one life to spend, and death puts a definitive ending to your adventure. Another layer of tension added to this already unnerving game. Barotrauma is the rare horror experience you get to share with other people. In the game, you play as one of the crew members of a submarine exploring the alien ocean of one of Jupiter's moons. Each crew member has their own role to play and access to specific responsibilities and technical knowledge. Everyone has to work together to survive the aggressive fauna and parasite outbreaks. As if the underwater dangers weren't enough to put pressure on your journey, there can also be traitors among the crew whose mission is to sabotage the trip. Because of that, Barotrauma also offers a constant feeling of paranoia that keeps you tense at all times. Soma puts you in the shoes of someone suddenly waking up in an underwater research facility without knowing how they got there. Many deadly creatures are roaming the research facility, and if they reach you, you die. And the game isn't nice enough to give you any weapons to defend yourself, meaning you have to count on stealth and puzzle solving to survive and unveil the game's story. Knowing that you're trapped inside a place surrounded by the ocean already feeds the underwater horrors and paranoia. Still, the game also has breathtaking sections where you have to walk the seabed to escape your dire situation. It's hard to imagine a fishing game can be a terrifying experience, but that's exactly what Dredge offers. As a boat captain, you have to catch fish and sunken treasures to trade for money and improve your equipment. Unfortunately, your archipelago is surrounded by dangerous sea creatures that can threaten your life. Dredge has a clever day and night system that punishes you for spending too long to finish your daily tasks, because when night comes, a panic meter starts to rise, materializing hallucinations that can damage your boat. Then again, some rare fish only come out at night, forcing you to risk your sanity for a better catch. The colorful presentation of Subnautica might trick you into thinking this is a fun and casual underwater crafting game. There is one problem though. The ocean is terrifying, as we've established. It doesn't take too long for you to descend into the lower depths and discover the more terrifying creatures that can attack you from behind when you didn't even notice them. Subnautica Subnautica proves that it doesn't matter how bright and colorful your game might be, there's just no way to make the ocean a friendly and happy place. Soon you'll be panic swimming away from these creatures, hoping that your harpoon is enough to keep them at bay. The more you explore Subnautica, the more it reveals the underwater horrors of the ocean, making it an unforgettable experience. That's our list. Make sure you check out thegamer.com for more lists like these.